Yes, you're gonna say, well, she's rude. She sounds like Eastern European. Well, yes, I'm proud to be Ukrainian. Yes, I do have an accent and it's not going anywhere. I consider myself a motivator. I consider myself a successful businesswoman. I consider myself as a great educator. And most of you who took my classes, you know that I go way beyond than just giving you PDF or give you data which does not make sense. I put my soul into my teaching. I put my heart into it. And yes, I am direct. I am not gonna babysit you in my class. When you spend $1,000, I want to make sure that within 6 weeks, you're gonna learn how not to become a desperate dispatcher. And this is my mission, to make sure that through education, through strong foundation, you have ability to become that pro dispatcher. So as one of the things that the dispatcher needs to know, it's operational cost. So let's talk about it. Well, we have two different types. We have fixed cost and we have variable cost. So if you guys are not driving right now and you want to help me out, tell me, what does it mean fixed cost? Can you give me an example of fixed cost in trucking? So let's name a few. Truck payment. Why is it fixed? Because your truck payment is the same, right? If you bought the truck, it's gonna be, let's say, $3,500 per month. Or if you are leasing the truck, it's going to be the same amount. If you're leasing, that's gonna be a little bit variable there. Why? Because probably your lease is also gonna charge you extra money for maintenance, correct? So it depends on the lease type. It can be fixed, it can be variable. Okay, what else? Insurance cost. Well, what type of insurance do we have? Well, we need to make sure to even be able to activate our MC, we have to have primary liability insurance. Well, primary liability insurance, minimum $750 to activate, $1 million to be able to get any loads. That's a number one insurance which is required by FMCSA. And what is a FMCSA? Well, it's a Federal Motor Carrier Safety Administration. Okay, we got that. We activated MC. Do we need other insurances? Yes. To get that load, where's my beautiful RTS truck? Well, to get that load, that cargo, that product, right? What do I have today? Well, I don't have anything in front of me. I did not even take the water. Let's say we are picking up rocks, those beautiful crystals, right? So let's say this is our product. We're gonna put it on our truck. It's gonna become commodity. It's going to become cargo, right? So since we have something that we're responsible now for, right? Carrier needs to make sure he picks up this on time, he delivers on time, and of course, it still has to be a rock. It cannot be damaged. It has to be in a great condition. And in this case, this is becoming cargo. We are responsible for this. So the carrier needs to have a cargo insurance. Well, how much cargo insurance do we need to have? Minimum, most of the brokers are requiring $100,000. But nowadays, my personal advice to you as an insurance agent, at least increase to $125,000. Why? Because of inflation. You go to store right now, look at the prices of the food. You go to stores for the clothing, everything went up in price. So for you to survive, at least get the cargo for $125,000. Me personally, I do advise to get $150,000. Have cargo insurance. So we had primary liability. Now our beautiful truck. Well, we need to have a physical damage. For what? For our truck, for our trailer. How much coverage do you need? Well, it goes on the value of your truck, correct? So if your truck, my monitors went dark. If your truck, let's say 50,000, well, you need to cover it for 50,000. And you have brand new Volvo 200,000, well, that coverage has to be for 200,000. If your trailer is 60,000, well, the cover for 60,000. Do not do the biggest mistake in your life. You work so hard. You saved that $150,000 and you went and you bought the truck cash and you bought the trailer cash because you really think that it's a smart idea. Well, in USA, this is the craziest advice you can give to people to go buy anything cash. But let's say you already done it. Now you try to save on your insurance. And instead of covering your paid off truck, which you spent $150,000 for, you trying to tell your insurance agent, let's just cover it for $40,000 because it's paid off. I don't have the lien from the bank. I am okay with $40,000 coverage. And believe it or not, lots of people get away with it, but you're gonna be that unlucky one who is unfortunately gonna get in accident, or maybe your truck is gonna get stolen, and now your insurance is only gonna cover how much? Well, your value you put that your truck only cost $40,000, and that's what you're gonna get. So is that a smart decision? Probably not. So far we had primary liability, we had cargo liability, we had physical coverage for truck and trailer. If you work for Amazon, since it's not your trailer, you will need trailer interchange policy, and the minimum requirement is $60,000 right now. So you have that. If you really want to be able to set up with Amazon, if you really want to get set up with good carriers, brokers, sorry, you will need to have a general primary liability, general. And it has to be 1 million, 2 million aggregated. So that's another coverage. What else do we need to have? What if you are a reefer company, right? First, you need to add reefer breakdown coverage. So you got reefer breakdown coverage. Then you have occupational coverage for your drivers. Then you have a medical coverage, non-medical emergency. Then you have everything else, but those are the main ones which you should have. Okay, you got insurances covered. So now all of those policies combined, usually you know how much you pay annually. So can we divide that by 12 months to know how much does it cost us per month? So that's why insurance is kind of fixed cost, because we know how much it's gonna cost us per month, per year. Everybody agree? Yes or no? Okay. So another fixed cost is, for example, our IRP, right? Everybody has to renew their plates. People who is not in business gonna ask me how much it cost. It depends how many miles you were driven in the previous quarters, not even for 2024. It's going to be the first, second quarter of 24 plus the third and fourth quarter of 2023. That's what we're gonna be putting together to get our plates. Usually it's from $1,600 up to $3,000. It depends on the miles, it depends where you were driving. So is that a fixed cost? Yes, you pay it once a year. You can divide it by 12 and there you go. What else? Well,